How's it going, guys? Back again with a stream that's a little bit later than my usual time. Usually I stream a little bit earlier, but the schedule's been kind of wonk. And I think me and girlfriend actually watched a scary movie today to kind of like celebrate Halloween. So we watched The Conjuring. I don't think I've watched that yet, and it's pretty good. So just I wanted to watch the movie first before like streaming, and then watch the movie. Rather just watch the movie with her, um, and then just stream afterwards. I wanted to stream yesterday, but yesterday was Halloween, and so me and my girlfriend just hung out and just did whatever, and then so I just update the stream decker so people who are just gonna tune in now can check it out. But we're just gonna run back the old reliable. For those who have been kind of tuning into my channel, I've been kind of switching back between the black, white, and the black green base of Abzan, and this is the black green base. And we have two chokes for the blue matchups, for the blue Uro matchups, and I think they've been pretty good. I think as long as like Uro is legal and very playable, which is going to be the case, Uro is very powerful. And a lot of those decks are going to get greedy with Triones to try to play Omnath. Like choke is very good. I thought it was a little iffy with like Aether Gust, but I've noticed like Aether Dust has kind of like went on the down tick, which is kind of weird. And so like I feel like choke is a little bit better now. I also have Lithoform Blights just for Tron. I know I've been kind of naked against Tron the past couple leagues, but I think Tron's kind of picking back up just because people just play Tron no matter what. Like, they play Tron whether it's good in the meta or not. And I guess that's kind of how our situation is too. We'll play Abzan whether it's good or not. So, Choke is great. Yeah. How's it going, Mark? Thank you again for tuning in. But yeah, Choke has been fantastic. A lot better than I expected. I think I was just so scared of Aether Gust because Aether Gust was everywhere. But I think because Aether Gust is kind of on the more down tick, I think Choke has been a lot better. And then just jamming again like the two Lithoform Blights. That's the only change I really made. I kind of want to fit a third Blight and a Gaddock if we really want to expect Tron. And if that's the case, maybe we just have to cut like a Lingering Souls or a Kaya's Gala or something like that. I don't really know how else we can fit room. Like, I want the two Ashioks, I want the two Explosives. The Sword has been very clutch. Two Spell Bombs is always very good, especially with Dolores. Kaya's Gala has been amazing. Like, there's just no room for the third Lithoform Blights and the Gaddock. I can maybe see like moving this Sword main and just cutting a Sword of Fire and Ice, and then just have a third Lithoform Blight if I really wanted to. I mean, that might just be the concession. Just depends on, just depends on the meta. I think if Tron really does start picking up like reliably, I can see it. But like, I've been playing Tron consistently really. I got a fight with Bant Retreat on Thursday. I'll turn 3 waiting 4 times. Nice. I'm assuming that's with like Knight of Railquarry, so it's like turn 1 Dork, turn 2 Railquarry, turn 3 Retreat. I'm assuming. That's pretty sweet. Congratulations on that. That's awesome. Is there something else special in the list? Like, is there like Spell Quellers? Is there Teferi? Is there like Geisting Trap? Like, is this what's kind of the overall build? Excuse me. I have a new light in here. I know the light that I had is like really dark, and I got a new light. Hopefully, it's my face isn't too like it's actually viewable. The Skyclave seems a lot better. Like in creature heavy decks, I am assuming your Bant Retreat list is mostly creatures. Does it have like Collector Company? Because like Collector Company into a Skyclave apparition seems pretty sweet too. And if it has like Knight of Railquarry and Mana Dorks, I mean, I'm sure you have plenty of hits to fit company in. We don't want to get paired. Hello? There you go. The block. I'm using this under small while make Nike and use it. That's pretty cool. That seems pretty sweet, to be honest. Let's turn like this. As I think, I feel like Maul is like, it really depends on like Carrion feeder. Interesting. So do we just kill the sack outlet now, or I'm assuming I was just better off just killing this, right? Don't know where we're up against, but I think this Scooge is gonna be very good, very good. So I'll probably just lead on Tarmogoyf, and then play the Scooge after, and then eat the Carrion feeder, just so like if they remove a spell, like I don't lose any value off the Scooge. I feel like for us, like Maul is really good against Tron specifically, just because like it can block it can block it can block Wormcoil, like our Battlesmith can block Wormcoil, which is absolute gasoline. This is really interesting. I think we just Thoughtseize here. I don't think we want to play Scooge because they already have another sack outlet. So I'm assuming it's like over Yawgmoth or something. Fatal Push, okay. So this might dictate if we want to play the Scooge or not. Maybe I should attack first if they had a push. I don't know. Well, over my email. That's pretty sweet. Okay. So so next turn will probably go. So this just drains. This just puts +1/+1 counters. So I'm assuming I take this card because this card, another zombie. It doesn't have another zombie though. So I'll probably take this card because this card actually accrues card advantage. And then I'll just play the Scooze out. I was just watching your opponent is also streaming also. Oh really? Interesting. What's our opponent's record? Are they doing okay? That's the real question. Yeah, I agree with you, Mark. So this card is pretty lackluster at the moment. You're not wrong. Lyris is pretty sweet. So they can sack this and make this a 2/2, but then we can just infinitely grow Scooze here. So probably just attack. I think I just want to play this Lyris probably. Just to cut a clock down. Take that card that draws a card. So they could also do this. So I should probably just exile all of this too, because they could play this. So I think it's just correct actually to just eat everything before they get value out of this guy. Okay, Gauntlet Shrine tapped and pass. So we know the contents of their hand. It's Agadim's Awakening and Blood Artist. So they'll probably bring Lyris back, probably. Oh, they're just gonna play the Blood Artist. Okay, sure. Sure. So I might just play this Lyris out just to have a body, essentially. It feels bad when you take Thoughtseize and Cushion and then they go Earl and Niv. It's really discouraging. You're absolutely correct, and I feel the same way. I sure think one of they just oh, okay. I mean, this deck doesn't lose a Blood Moon and is really low to the ground, so it makes sense that it beat Ponzo, to be honest. It's kind of cool. This Hex Drinker is pretty sweet. Should be able to take over the game. I'm still going to hold up Scoo's activations, though. So I'll probably just play Hex Drinker and then level it up. Probably just got a swamp here. I don't think I need to fetch shock. I think I have enough green sources. Famous last words. They're just gonna play another zombie? Yeah, sure. I thought about Luris in a Coco deck and getting Ice Fangs. Luris seems pretty sweet in a Coco deck. It's just kind of a balance between, like, do you have enough things that you can recur back with Luris, and then do you have enough things that can, that you can hit with Coco that makes it worth it? Because, like, hitting, the best thing about Coco is, like, when you hit, like, your 3 drops off Coco. Like, if you hit double 3 drop, like, that's where you get the most value, right? Okay. Saying they're just gonna play Luris and then just start sacking things. Five, 6, 7, 8. Is that gonna be worth it just to, like, level this Hex Drinker up? I wonder if they'll. So they could actually grow their a guy up to a 4/4. So do I want? I think it's worth attacking with this Hex Drinker and then see if they want to block, and then, like, worst case scenario, I can always bring it back with Luris. I don't want to attack with the Scoos because I don't want them to just grow their team and be able to block with it. Because they'd have to sacrifice a lot, and then I could just exile 3 things with Scavenging Ooze. This is a cool deck, though. I don't know. How's it going, Zephilios? Who knows? Honestly, who knows? Let's level this Hex Drinker up with our non-green sources, and then go from there. Just hold up green. Zeph. Sounds good. I will try my best to remember to call you Zeph. Oh, Castle Lochwain is very good. Also very bad because that just makes this Hex Drinker also within range if they activate this twice. So they kind of have a limit on the Castle Lochwain. I mean, I guess they could gain life with this Blood Artist. So here I'm just gonna eat this Carrion Feeder. Yep. I'm just not even giving him a chance to bring it back with Lurs. Play the Lurse, I'm assuming? Yeah, you got Lurse. I don't think they have any profitable attacks, really. Because they could sack this, and then sack this. No, they'd have to sack. Yeah. They don't have enough mana to activate Castle either. It's good. This is game 1, yeah. Just started my stream. This is a good draw for us because now we can see what they have on top. Ooh. I see. That's a pretty sweet card. I guess I will attack with this Hex Drinker. And then I can just play Lurse, bring the Hex Drinker back, and still hold 2 green. Maybe I regret not fetching Temple Guard instead of Swamp now. Nice. So I'll just play this Lurus. And then I'll just bring back Tarmogoyf to sack to the Lurus. When they cast Escape Gear or Malakir. Land is good, actually, just so we can... Yep. This is a sweet deck, actually. Oh, that Scooz is just absolutely taking over the game, though. Thank goodness. Another Lurus. I think I want this Bauble and spend my mana on leveling this guy up. Actually, it might be worth it to get a blocker back. I can still hold up 2 green. I guess people want to try it. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty sweet. It's definitely cool. Yeah, I think it's worth actually to bring back the Tarmogoyf here. They top deck another Gatekeeper. Be better this way. I guess they could activate castle here. Opponent's in the tank. I mean, they have no cards in hand. I guess they're trying to figure out combat, and they could really just get in. They're doing the math. I think I do have to block if they do go all in. Because they can... The thing is, like, if I could actually still block with Scavenging Ooze, and then if they make a combo where they kill it, I can just go Luris and bring it back. Interesting. Okay, I think I just block here. Because you can always buy it back with Scoos, buy Scoos back with Luris, like I said. Okay. Here, I'm gonna exile this guy just so it doesn't come back. And then they just bounce off each other, and then if they sack another creature, I'll just let it die, and then okay. So now this Tarmogoyf is same size as them. They either bounce off or they need to sack another creature. So they need to sack Visceraseer to itself, or okay. So then now I can't exile this at end of turn because otherwise my Tarmogoyf will die. So I won't exile the creature with Scavenging Ooze. Liliana of the Veil. Seems like a decent draw here. Let's get a bauble first, just to see what they're going to draw. Phage off Swamp. So I'm going to play Liliana here. Make them sack. Sure. Probably just attack with just the Hex Trigger here. Yeah, and then I'll just pass a turn, hold up all the green mana with Scoos. They're going to draw a Swamp here, go to 4, and they're dead to this Hex Trigger because they don't have a Blood Artist anymore. Sweet. Alright. So Spell Bombs, Explosives, and Kaya's Gals obviously seem great. Get some protection from black in here. I think it's safe to just cut Thoughtseizes, but leave it Inquisitions. And I don't think I like Liliana of the Veils. I could see maybe like Ashiok's coming in. Pretty much the sack outlets are the major deals here. Scavenging Ooze just won us the game. Like them Fatal pushing the Tarmogoyf was very bad for them and just very good for us. I can see an argument for Ashok's coming in, but like it's kind of slow. Leylander Lord would be kind of the key sideboard hate against this type of deck. But I think we already have like Spell Bombs and Kai's Guile for like Luris. And like these have utility. Yeah, I don't like his Ashok either, Zeph. I think I might just roll like this. Hextrigger was just so good. Like Hextrigger just ignores the board state, just attacks through. That was pretty clutch. I was debating between like Hextriggers and Dark Confidants, and like Hextriggers just like steal games sometimes. You know what I mean? Like it just does it, and it's feels pretty good. And I don't think I want. Martin from the Abzan group and I have been kind of debating between Bobs and Hextriggers, and I think he proposed an idea of a 1-1 split, which is a very, very interesting thought. And it kind of makes sense to have a 1-1 split. I'm just going to Inquisition here. So they just have... Ooh, Dark Confidant. Okay. Person being honest about who's listening when you're feeling Luris. Yeah, I agree. Like I feel like we just need a card that just literally wins the game. And Dark Confidant just like gains card advantage, but I feel like modern nowadays is just like you just easily just ignore the account card advantages. Like you just like draw cards naturally, just playing cards from your hand. And Dark Confidant like works a little too hard. When Luris is like you can just get the advantage right away, and that's what you kind of need. Yeah. So they have Bob, they have a sack outlet, so they have like the Seer Vampire Gravecaller kind of interaction. They also have Blood Artist, so I think I just take the sack outlet here, and then I could try to trophy the Bob the next turn. I think we have to do that. I think we take the sack outlet. It's kind of the unique effect. I could also just take the Bobs, but I don't want them to kind of just... I mean, I guess I could try to... I guess I could just take the Bob here, and then, like, we can kind of try to Kai's Guile them, maybe. So I think we just take the Dark Confidant, just because it's the must answer threat, I guess. I kind of take that back. I agree. I agree 100%, Zeph, because like we already have Stoneforge Mystic and we have Luris. Like if we weren't playing Luris, I would agree that you would definitely want Dark Confidant, but at this point, I don't think that's necessary. You kind of want a little bit more of a unique effect, if that makes sense. This is not a vampire. So maybe I just want to start trophying stuff. Yeah, like Dark Confidant is just like a card that doesn't really kill our opponent either. So I agree with you, Mark. I think Dark Confidant is better than the Ren and 6 and Jund right now. I think I'm just gonna hold up trophy. I have to watch out for the clock too. We could also just hold the spell bomb until like they get the Luris in their hand. They could also just play out their hand if they drew a third land. They can go Seer plus Blood Artist. Yeah. Just fine. So here, I think I trophy this because I don't want our team to get bigger. I guess I could have trophied it before combat, and then they would get. I would have taken one less damage. That might have been the. Oh, they're just. No, that's a great hand. We are taking a lot of damage here. So we could Lurrus here. And they probably bring Lurrus back into their hand. The good thing is now they don't really have... I mean, I guess they could drain for 3, theoretically. Thanks to the Viscerus here. I think I have to play this Lurrus out just to... Like, if they attack, I can crack back and gain some life. I did see that drone list. It's very, very interesting. It's very, very low to the ground, which is kind of an interesting take on it. Like, you're definitely trying to go under. I think it has some merit, to be honest. I just need to hope they don't draw anything. Yeah, I could see killing Seer here now too, and then just playing the spell bomb. But I think my life total is at a low enough life total that it's kind of messing with it. I guess this happens too. Yeah, maybe I should have killed the Seer. Oh, Jesus, they had to push for it. I think I'll bring Lurrus back too. Oh, I should make you get her back. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I should have killed Seer. You're right, Mark. I messed up. You need the right cards to play Scourge. You need Bolt or Monster Sphere. You're 100% correct, Mark. I should have killed the Viscerus here. So now I can... I'm pretty dead here, actually. I'm gonna see because they have the damage plus the. I should have trophied the Viscerus here. That was just my bad. I guess I thought it was like my life first. I told it is under version. I wanted to crack back first. Yeah, which is kind of bad, obviously. I guess I could just double scry. I could bubble our opponent and then bubble ourselves and then just go from there. We dead. Yeah. We are definitely dead. Basic swamp doesn't really help us here. Bubble ourselves. Mishra's. Oh, Triumph. I don't think I want the Triumph. So I'm gonna fetch Gauntlet Shrine. A lot of 2-drops. Vampire, Gatekeeper. So I'm gonna take the Gatekeeper. Because this is a card that makes me sack my Lurrus. Always Shield. Hexdrinker is a great draw, along with Fatal Push. All our Snuff card, right? They're all the same art. That was a fantastic draw. So they have one unknown. How about a land? I could try to just kind of go aggro here. They can go land plus augur again. Trying to like if I attack with just this 2/2, they're gonna just trade. I really wish I drew a land, because we could just lure Spawpled and just kept up in card advantage. I think I'm gonna push and level up Hexdrinker. Oops. And then that way next turn I can they played a different snow-covered swamp, so this is known. Okay, sure. So I guess I could upkeep them. We need to draw land here. They have Fatal Push. Okay. Land. Geez, another one? So they have Vampire Push unknown. I think we just have the trophy. Jesus Christ, they're just getting a lot of cards off of. We are not drawing lands. So probably push our Stoneforge Mystic. And they could also just bring Luris back too. This is very annoying. Because we play Stoneforge, they're just going to take it. So I think we have to just Inquisition here and take the push, which is just such a bad tempo play. So now we're just going to take a shit ton of damage here. Oh no. Give the wrist back, yeah. So I think here they're just gonna Thirst bring back Gatekeeper Malik here. We just have to hope they don't top deck a land, and they can't just bring back Gatekeeper Malik here. We get this Batter Skull, and hopefully this Batter Skull can win us the game. No third land. I'm gonna hold this Marsh Flats. Just in case it's gonna deal us a lot more damage in the long run, so I'm just gonna take it. One. Two. Okay. So I'm gonna have to play the Batter Skull and hope that's enough. They're gonna bring back Gatekeeper Malik here. Evros, thank you for the raid. Really, really appreciate it. Okay, that's really bad. They don't have a sack outlet though, so thank you so much for the raid, Evros. Everyone, welcome to my channel. I am KO Diamonds, known as the Abzan guy. All I do is play Abzan. If you guys want to support the channel, you guys can follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, and YouTube. All the names are on the bottom of the screen here. How was your stream, bros? I'm gonna sack this guy. They don't have a sack outlet, so we're like kind of okay. We do need what would help is if we had another land. Okay, so they are just going all in there. Nice. What did you play? So they don't have any sack outlets. Another zombie control. So this will trigger, that'll trigger, that'll trigger. So I think it's worth it if I block here. So I kind of need another land. And then I can equip a sort of light and shadow. I need a land here. Okay, I should have been a little more specific. Well, Blood Artist also really fucks us too. I really needed to attack with this Sword of Light and Shadow. Equipped to our Batter Skull. I don't think we have any outs now. I could attack with the Batter Skull. Because like now the Sweeper just doesn't do anything. Because they could block trade here. Go up to 8 and then we just die. So we can't exactly attack. And then if we... So I think I need to play this E on 2. That's all I can really do and hope they have some weird attack into it. Because we still need to go to 3. Like, literally just this explosive just killed us. This needed to be an untapped land. We could have gone up to 10. And then we can just block whatever. That's game. So not hitting that third land just really screwed us. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate. We really needed that third land really, really, really bad. That's kind of frustrating. What do you mean by bottoming the Triumph, Darth TV? What do you mean by bottoming the Triumph? How's it going, Garrett? Yeah, for real. Just just the usual missing third land drop, can't play my spells kind of game. And then game 2, I'm pretty sure I punted. I should have killed the Visitors here with the trophy, but I kind of wanted to commit somewhat to the board. I don't know if it would have mattered though, but we'll see. Not bottom, we fetched it away. Come on brand. I just changed my stream into like missing third land drop consistently. Oh yeah, maybe you're probably right there. I can see that being the case. You're probably right. Oh, bro. So we're against Merfolk here. Mill, huh? Okay. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna draw here. Lily out of the Veil. I don't want a Lily out of the Veil. So our left is not gonna matter. So I'm going to fetch a Triome. Kind of want a Galasham, but we also need green mana. This is actually very, very awkward. We need white mana for Stoneforge, green mana for, obviously, just for Tarmogoyf, but then we also need black mana if we want to draw Fatal Push, and this off chance we're going to draw Fatal Push isn't worth it to not be able to cast our spell, so I'm just going to have to fetch a Triome. That makes sense. Yeah, maybe I needed to... Okay, you got me, opponent. Maybe I needed to draw the Triome. Maybe you're right. Maybe when I see lands on top, I should just not shuffle it away. I figured if I had 2 draws, I didn't want to waste one of those draws to be... Wow, how did our opponent know I have Stoneforge Mystic in hand? That seems super sketch. Because, like, the correct surgical target would be Tarmogoyf here. That is super sketch. Okay. That is sus. Very, very sus. Okay, they drew 3. They cast Visions of Beyond. Ooh, another crab. That's pretty brutal. So we're just gonna have the trophy one. Doesn't matter. I guess I'll kill the O3. Hopefully this Liliana can kill their grab. I guess I should have trophied this in response to get the land play. That was a slight misplay. I'm a little kind of just puzzled why they surgical Stoneforge Mystic. And they didn't hit the one in the graveyard. Okay. So oh my goodness, all the crabs. No bueno. Don't think we're gonna win this game. I'm gonna concede before they, because I'm gonna go to 14 cards and they're gonna have all those cards. I think I'm just gonna concede. There's no way I'm gonna win this game. It's somewhat frustrating. Explosive seems good. Lighted Shadow is actually a lot better probably, just to get protection from black. I think Lingering Souls is good. I could also just go up cards. Like I could just do 64 cards against mill. I just do that actually. Is there a world where we want choke? Probably not. Probably just keep it like this. We need the trophies for like if they have like a ensnaring bridge, which is kind of stupid, but 64 card special. Let's go. Sure. If they get us with, we could get Spellbomb. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. They F6, so they don't have Archive Trap. Glimpse, Glimpse, Visions, Visions. So they have Push, which is really unfortunate. Guess we take one of the Glimpse. Since we know where they're drawing Push and they still don't have any Archive Traps, probably going to fetch with my fetch land now. So here I'm going to just take the Push probably. Just take our threat. And we're just going to fetch now just again so we can play around Archive Trap. If they play Crab, that sucks, but they feel the ruin. Interesting. Mesmeric Orb. That's very hurtful. Play the Scavenging Ooze. Probably bobble ourselves. We don't want a Mishra's Bobble. Man, those visions are going to be turned on very soon. Really need a Tarmogoyf here. Because like the Tarmogoyf would be the fastest clock. So they'll probably glimpse us and then they can visions. So the best draw for us would be Trophy. Yeah. Lingering Souls. Not a great clock. Lingering Souls is very awkward at this Merrick Orb too. Maybe we just crack this clearing. Just to see if we can hit something. I don't think Lingering Souls is the plan. And then if we want to grow our Scavenging Ooze, we can. Another Scavenging Ooze. Another Scavenging Ooze means it's more damage in the long run. Also plays around Fatal Push. Yeah. I don't think we won't have enough mana anyway. It's 20 or more cards. Oh, I guess the clearing would hit it, yeah. Maybe you're right. Okay, so we have 3, 5, 6, 7. So we have a 2-turn clock here. We also have like 5 cards in hand and didn't do anything other than visions. Very sus. So I'll probably distribute the +1/+1 counters. Or they just commit now. And then I can just... they have no creatures. So we'll just eat Tarmogoyf. We have to kind of go all in on the Scavenging Ooze, I think, at this point. The Lurrus, because I can't bring it back. I mean, we win next turn if they don't have another removal spell. We have lethal here. This also gives it good insight if we end up going to game 3, if they kept in crabs, which they did, so it's good to know. Okay. Oh, 2 crabs. Okay. So we need another Fatal Push off the top, and I win the game, as long as they have nothing else. So if they fetch here, I'm going to push one of the crabs in response. Now I can just F6. Yeah, so we need a Fatal Push off the top. Yeah, it just visions us, so... Trophy. Interesting. That's an interesting... They surgical paying 2. So that means they have removal on hand. Ooh. Right? That means they have to have removal on hand. So do we just go for the E on 1 and kill the crab? Or do we play it safe? I think we just have to go for it. I think we just have to E and blow up the crab. Because if they have the removal spell for the goose and we blow up the orb, they just kill us with Keytron Crab anyway. So I think we just need to do this. We just need to E on 1, hope they don't have a removal spell. Okay, so that sucks. I think we just don't eat anything. Because we're just going to start milling cards. Darn. And we can just like... Do we even have anything to fetch for with this flats? Planes. We have a Gaulish, right? Do we have any equipment for this unfortunate thing? We do. Oh no, Fire Skull. Okay, well. So what are outs here? I don't think we can win in 6 turns. Or sorry, in a turn. So we need Hex Drinker. Hex Drinkers are out. And we have a Hex Drinker left in the deck. No, we don't. Yes, we do. Just one. So we need Hex Drinker off the top, and we... Actually, no, we're just dead. I forgot the Mesmeric Orb trigger. GG. And this is why we just need Guy's Blessing. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's a very frustrating start. Hopefully we can salvage this league. Usually the mill matchup isn't that bad. They just kind of had a pretty good draw. Like when Scoots is our clock, it's just bad. Because we have to invest so much mana into it to make it a decent clock, and it just feeds into Mesmeric Orb. I did have a Kasali's Pride Mage in the sideboard, and I cut it for the Lithoform Blights. No, I instantly just regret it. Just needed that artifact hate that I don't have anymore. I feel like I'll make like cyber tweaks and then just get instantly punished in the next league I play in. Because my last league I had Damping Spear and Kasali Pride Mage, and I just played against Tron. Like I think twice. It was awful. So I'm trying to like balance it a little bit, but I don't want to be naked to Tron. I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, but what are you gonna do? Hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend. Hope everyone had a safe Halloween. Thanks again for tuning in. Welcome everyone from Everose's channel. Everose, thank you for the raid again. I really appreciate it. If you guys want to support the channel, you guys can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/KDamage. If you're watching this on YouTube, you guys can follow me on Twitter. That's when you guys will find my up-to-date streams. And you guys can look at my old YouTube content, youtube.com/KODiamonds. I have to take this cloth as. Oh, Panza, I see how it is. So they'll probably play Sprawl first. They should play Sprawl first against the Fatal Push deck. We actually have a shot here. This Tarmogoyf should be able to race them. The hand is terrible. I actually did play a lot of Panza. Embarrassed to say. Ugh, Chandra's pretty gross. Guess I just have the best face of the forest here. And like they mulligan really aggressively, and it's just like they get hands like this where it's just like it's pretty bad. Stone Force Mystic. So they could turn to Chandra, which is kind of awkward because they can't protect it with the Cyber Elf. Because we know all the contents of their hand. They have Mismatched Stomping Grounds, so let's take this one. So they can turn to Chandras here. If they really wanted to. Which I don't know if that's appropriate. Jake MTG, thank you for the follow. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's going okay. I mean, I wish my record was better, obviously, but that's how Magic is sometimes. Even though we're Blood Moon out, double Tarmogoyf is very difficult for Pawns of the Beat just because they don't have the requisite removal. They need to like combo it, Chandra with Lightning Bolt, for example. So having two of these Tarmogoyfs through Blood Moon is very good. So they played a land that so we know the contents of the whole hand because they play Misty and they sell Stomping Ground and Basic Mountain Chandra. Okay, so they're going to Chandra here. Okay. Okay, so that's... I guess I could see them just not... That's an interesting... think I'm gonna sandbag the Hex Drinker. And just go both at Chandra. Let's see if they take it. They pretty much have to trade all their resources for it, which is pretty bad. Are they gonna trade all their resources for it? No way. Oh, they're gonna let me untap. Let me play through a Blood Moon? No way. Wow. Okay, well, that was very bad. So I'm going to play Stoneforge Mystic, get a Sword of Feast and Famine, because that attacks through most server blockers. I could also get punished and they can get Seasoned Pyromancer, but they need exactly Seasoned Pyromancer to screw us here. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, this what happens when you play Ponza. You have 28 lands, or 28 mana sources. I've been there. I have been there, my friend. So in this matchup, I cut Liliana the Veil. Seems counterintuitive, but like you kind of want them to sack their Gargoyles, their Glorybringers, whatever version they have. But they have like Arbels just to stop it, and a lot of times they Blood Moon us, and we can't cast Liliana the Veil, and just more often than not, Liliana just doesn't do enough. I actually decided we're kind of light. I have sort of Feast and Famine. It could be a Light and Shadow if I wanted to gain life, but I think the Feast and Famine is better because it attacks through Arbels as well, and Fire and Ice attack through Seasoned Pyromancer tokens. I boarded 2 EEs because there's a lot more often than not they have like Arbels and Utopia spells, and you can just blow up their entire like mana base and then attack and just take advantage of that. And then I just boarded in a single copy of Lingering Souls. Us taking the Clothis with the discard spell was very clutch. Like, if they land a Clothis on turn 2, we just lose the game. So being able to cast 2 Tarmogoyfs obviously is very, very gas. Our opponent kept 7. The thing about Ponza 2 is they also mulligan a lot. A lot. Hopefully they play Arbor Elf here, and we can push it. They don't. They play Utopia Sprawl. So let's see what they're going to draw. They draw... So this is awkward here because none of our threats are black. So we have 2 options here. We could either A, fetch Swamp and hope to get lucky, naturally draw Basic Forest and trophy this Blood Moon they're going to draw. Or we could fetch Basic Plains, hope to draw Stoneforge Mystic, and that's our win con. I think I'm going to go for the former, just because I know I can cast this. At least interact with them. If they have a Clothis or something, we can get them that way. Bloodbraid Elf kind of sucks. They're going to turn 2 Blood Moon us, so let's just take the Seasoned Pyromancer and hope their Bloodbraid Elf doesn't do anything. Yeah, this is very bad. This is very bad. Basic Forest, let's go. Basic Forest, one time. And this is how Ponza wins games. They just turn 2 Blood Moon us through a discard spell, and then we just can't do anything. Maybe the play was to just take Bloodbraid Elf, and hopefully they take Seasoned Pyromancer, and then just like... Maybe that's the play. Like, I have to like next level them, and hopefully they don't Blood Moon us. Okay, so we're not dead. We just need Basic Forest. Or Basic Swamp and Stoneforge Mystic also suffice. They played the Stomping Ground that they have. Okay. I think we're close to dead. Oh, crap. Turn off audios. I want to push the Scavenging Ooze at end of turn. Just do it now, actually. Basic force. That is not a basic force. Let's go. I guess it was incorrect for me to concede there. I could have drawn basic force one more turn, but not worth it. This matchup is also like super difficult to draw, obviously, because like. Okay. This is awkward because like if they don't lead on Arbor Elf, they lead on Utopia Sprawl. No, actually, I'm gonna lead on a fetch land, right? If they go on Utopia Sprawl that we can't Fatal Push, we can fetch a Triome, and then the next turn we could either fetch Forest and play Stoneforge Mystic, or fetch Plains and fetch Tarmogoyf. Just to play around Blood Moon. So we can still cast our hand and not just really get boned by Blood Moon. The real question is do we fetch Stoneforge, do we fetch Batterskull or Sword? And I think the answer is Batterskull. Okay. I'm going to fetch Overgrown Tomb and then play Tarmogoyf the following turn. So I'm going to fetch Basic Plains. All the Stoneforge Mystics. All the Stoneforge Mystics. And I'm going to play Tarmogoyf first because it's the fastest clock here. You want to end the game quickly. Hopefully they just don't have a 2-drop. Excuse me. Double Forest. The Scavenging Ooze. Oh, just have a Sprawl. They could have Scavenging Ooze too. Oh, Arbor Elf. Okay, sure. So they could Glorybringer us, which is very bad. Tarmogoyf. I guess I can get Stoneforge Mystic, get sort of Feast and Famine, and just try to end the game. I mean, if we get Glorybringer, like, okay, they can kill our Tarmogoyf, and then we can play Tarmogoyf plus second Stoneforge Mystic. It's gonna be close. Depends on what payoff they have. Okay. You got it. You have a Blood Moon, my friend. You're gonna pillage me? Clothis. We can beat a Clothis now. I like this setup here that we have. I like it. So now we do this. Now we do this. Now we just attack in, make him discard a card. Okay. Now we get Sword of Fire and Ice. Gives us that extra reach. If they have Spiral, we can just ignore it. Battery goes a little too slow. I mean, you can exile the creature with an instant. Yep. These ghosts are baby. Very, very baby. I gotta turn on the light. Ooh, they're untapping. So they have a lot of mana. I see what you're doing. Or not. Ooh. Okay. 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 Land? This game, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Sweet. This matchup sucks for us. So being able to steal it's pretty good. That felt pretty good. That felt pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. I will be right back. Give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna make a brick screen here. Give me 1 second. Well, hopefully we can salvage this league. We lost to zombies. I trying to remember what we lost to the second round. Oh, it was Mill. We played like 2 meme decks and lost against them, and then we beat Ponza, which is really funny. I guess I can't consider Mill a meme deck. It did win a challenge, so can't be too meme at that point. Is it Signet is the best? How is this hand against Is it Signet is the best? This guy has a lot of lands. I don't just want to keep this. It has interaction somewhat. And hopefully just don't draw lands anymore. Oh, Titan Vow, huh? His hand's pretty bad against Titan though. His hand's pretty bad against a lot of things. Actually, just not drawing things with Claimer, huh? So they can activate Reclaimer next turn. So, God, we're just drawing lands all the time now. So they can activate the Reclaimer if they wanted to. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully we can veil them. If we can veil their creature, we would be in a good spot. Sure. So they might search up. Sure. So them not having. They also have Forest in it, so if they had a Theurgia, they could have played it. If they had like Drad or a Zeus or something. So let's get Tron. Okay, well, the Luris is kind of need a bauble to combo with it. I mean, at least when we plus this Lina, we have all these lands to pitch to it, I guess. I could see them getting like Field of the Dead. Ooh, so they have a Titan in hand. So they have Forest, 5 unknown. Okay, so they have 5 unknown. Sprawl. So they can Titan us next turn. So we need a Thoughtseize off the top. A Bobble would be a nice draw too. Fatal Push is not a good draw, so let's plus here. If I just discard the Marsh Flats. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they have Titan mana. I think we need to dig to Thoughtseize here. Just don't be all Titans. I guess the Eldarmer's Call counts as a Titan. We got the one time and it didn't matter. So if they prime time 1, 2, 3, 4. If they have a land. Yep. So we could Liliana minus them if we really wanted to. They're not gonna have mana for Field of the Dead. Sucks that we're gonna sack our Lily here. So they're probably gonna fetch Field of the Dead as one of their cards. I haven't seen Green White Titan with Utopia Sprawl in the deck though. I don't know how common that is. Yeah. Okay, we just not drawing very good. So just throw Naked Luris out there, I guess. So they're 2 lands off of Field of the Dead. So we need Trophy. If we have Trophy, we're okay here. Oh, they have another Titan. Can't be a second Titan. Okay, let's actually keep a better hand. Well, I like having double protection with black spells just because we want multiple ways to beat Field of the Dead. Gonna board an Ashiok. Court the Skoos. I kind of want like one copy of Lingering Souls, maybe. I could also see Lithoform Blight coming in, but like Lithoform Blight is just like kind of awkward against this deck. And it's like maybe I just don't want Lithoform on the sideboard if I'm not going to bring it in against these kind of decks and just concede to Tron. Like maybe that's just what I have to do. Like maybe I want Lingering Souls instead of Extringers. Just to fly over. Especially on the play. Yes, let's be on the play this time. Oh god. Sure. I think we just bottom lures here. We have no real value from it, and their removal is Path to Exile. So let's just see what they have here. Double Reclaimer? Jesus Christ. So you just take the unique effect here. So they played the land that we knew about. We did not know about. So we know all the contents in their hand. God. All the Tarmogoyfs. All the Tarmogoyfs. We're just gonna go Tarmogoyf aggro here. When they have a Blast Zone in hand. I think we just have to try to go under them. The Flagstones with Reclaimer combo is pretty good. I mean, the other like I've taken is like taking Reclaimer and then Trophy the other one, but like I don't know if that's where we want to be. Oh god, I think I have another Flagstone. That's pretty gross. No bueno. Looks like we are going to not do so hot. Blast Zone. So we have 2 unknown. I can also just Blast Zone the Trophy the Blast Zone. I don't know how many Blast Zones they have though, that's the thing. I think I just have to bank on them having. I think I just have to hope they only have 1 Blast Zone. Doesn't seem like a card that they would have 2 of. We just have to hope Tarmogoyf aggro gets there. Just awkward. As bad as that plan that is, that's our only plan. Oh, and it just makes our Reclaimers bigger? Jesus Christ. This is like the worst. Oh, never mind. We go to quick. I was gonna say, why didn't I get our voice bigger? Like, there should be 4 5s. I mean, they can also just tutor for a Bajuka Bog, and if they do, I'm just gonna concede here. If they've searched for Bajuka Bog, which would be the correct play, I'm gonna concede. They didn't block. I guess I don't have to concede. Yeah, if they have a Primal Titan, I'm dead. It's gonna be one of those streams. I feel like I'll play this deck off stream and I'll do well. I'll do 4-1 or 3-2. Whenever I'm on stream, it's like this deck just like shits on itself. That just doesn't feel great when it's like I'm trying to showcase this brew that I'm having to build and it just isn't performing for people to watch. Kind of frustrating. Because I think this deck does have legs. It obviously isn't as powered as like the Euro decks or anything like that, but like I feel like this deck does have merit still. Just likes to shit the bed, which is kind of frustrating, but well, Mullen to 6. All we can do is just go for the pity 2-3 and then call it a day. Put Mullen to 4. Jesus Christ. I guess our opponent is having a worse day than us. Sorry about that. The great about this bauble though is like if we see like a dredger, like it makes me want to not Thoughtseize, which is actually kind of funny. So let's only play the bauble just to conceal information here. Ah, so it zips all spells. Good thing is this trophy is just a stone raid essentially. So I'm gonna take the Informer. It's their only win con here. Like I don't think we can't kill them fast enough before they can just cast us on turn 4. So Stoneforge Mystic, interesting. So we're gonna play a Talisman next turn and kill us. The only thing I can really hope for is a white source, obviously. We can double spell Hextricate plus Stoneforge Mystic and have a pretty decent clock there. Okay, we could die here, which is scary. I think the line here is just trophy this Talisman, keep them off the 4th land, and play Hexdrinker. Just to like to sinkhole them. Oop. It also just grows a Tarmogoyf too, so like it increases our clock while also disrupting their mana. Excuse me. So they're gonna go exactly land win con here. Ooh, that was a great draw. Hopefully. Oh, okay. Or it could just be pretty bad. Doesn't matter if I play Stoneforge Mystic here or I think they're just dead. I'm just gonna level this Hexdrinker up because if they play the 3/3 blocker, I want to be able to have lethal. So attack like that. Sweet. Oops, all spells, huh? So, ironically, Ashiok just isn't a card we want in this matchup because it's just you need instant speed interaction here. So I'm just trying to figure out if I want sort of fire and ice. I think the reach is better. So maybe we go Kai's Guile, Spell Bomb, cut out the pushes, and then maybe cut the. Liliana's pressure them, so I can see keeping in a Liliana. So maybe just cut one Lily. Well, that was also a mulligan to 4, which is absurd. I'm assuming they're on the Belcher plan. Makes me miss Gaddock Tea. Maybe my sideboard just needs to have one Kasali Primate, one Gaddock Tea, and call it a day. What I love about Kazgao too is it plays around Leyline, and it also and is also instant speed, so you can just get them. Kind of want to mulligan this hand. Kind of want to just discard some sort of interaction. All the Stoneforge Mystics. So they don't have Leyline, which is absolutely great for us. So they just have mono Belcher, got it. Guess we just take the green spell. That's really funny how they just have 3 Charbelchers in hand. Okay, good to know. All we can hope for is they don't have any. they just whiff on lands. Okay. Sort of the make interesting, okay. Polaris doesn't do anything. So I'm gonna fetch a Feast and Famine here and hope they just whiff on lands. Get a sort of Feast and Famine. So we know the contents of their hands, so we just need them to whiff one turn on land. Which is not that far off, honestly. Because a lot of their lands also just come into play tap, too. So now we can equip a sort of Feast and Famine to our Scavenging Ooze. And then just pay off more Stoneforge Mystics, which is funny. Probably pitch a Vengevine here. Which is fine. Okay. So we get 6, 8, 9. So we still need them to whiff one more turn. All the Stoneforge Mystics. Just with one turn. That's actually fine. Because 12. The 2 damage, I guess it's not relevant. Because it's not like it shortens our clock another turn. Oh, they took the Luris? What the hell? Interesting. Interesting. That was a great draw. Alright, land is... It's not a great draw, but like... it gives us an ability to tap out for Battle Skull, and they'll still be able to attack with these Stoneforge Mystics. So we're 2 damage short. Or, sorry, 1 damage short from lethal. Yeah, we're damage, which is actually good because that means they're actually just dead. Because they don't have any untapped lands. Unless they pay 3. Or I guess they could have a ritual, but then even then they don't have enough. They need like 3 rituals, more rituals to activate this Charbelcher, so they just don't have it. So this is actually just lethal. Gonna make me do it, opponent? Discarded a Charbelcher. Mishra's Bauble. Good to know. Cool. Well, we got our pity 2-3 points back. Okay, so we lost to meme zombies, vampire zombies, I guess. We lost to Mill. We beat Ponza, lost to Titan, and beat Oops All Spells. I think this card is just too narrow, and now I just kind of just playing with it. Maybe what we want to do here, next league, is... I like the Pride Mage. I think the utility there is pretty good. And maybe we just want Gag Dig back here. So maybe I'll just run this next league on my next stream. So, other than that, I really appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you guys want to support the channel, you guys can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/KODiamonds. You guys can look at my old Abzan content. It's youtube.com/KODiamonds as well. And if you guys want to look up my, I guess, get up to date on my when my next streams are, you guys can follow me on Twitter. It's twitter.com/KODiamonds22 at the end of it. Thank you again, Everos, for the raid. I know he raided me a while back. I really appreciate him for doing that. And let's spread the love. Let's raid someone here for whoever is still hanging around. My next stream, by the way, I usually stream on Tuesdays, but I know Tuesday is the election day, so I might stream on Wednesday instead, just depending on when. I guess it just depends what I feel. So my stream will either be Tuesday or Wednesday. I like afraid to teach whoever I thought. Alright, Martin, you just keep, brushing your shoulder off there. I mean, we do have to give Dan credit for the Pride Mage tech though, so that's on him. And I was actually the one that was originally advocating for the Gaddock Teague. But other than that, let's spread the love. Let's raid someone who hasn't have that much viewers make that person stay, unless someone has a suggestion on who to raid. Is Arclight Phoenix back? MTG_Nexus. Let's raid this person. Don't worry. All the commercials. But yeah, other than that, again, I really appreciate everyone hanging out with me. I know the stream wasn't the greatest, but at least we salvaged some tickets with the 2-3 or some play points. Sorry. Always love playing my Abzan deck and just love hanging out with you guys and interacting with the chat. So let's give this guy a go. Other than that, appreciate everyone for tuning in. Follow me on Twitter, 20 me on Twitch, and subscribe to me on YouTube. Thank you guys. Take it easy. I'll catch you guys hopefully either on Tuesday or Wednesday. Take it easy. Bye.